Story later, but first straight on to markets. It was a field day for the bulls on Dalal Street today. The Sensex ended just shy of 29,000 after gaining close to 450 points in intra-day trade. The Nifty zoomed past 8,900 with ease and closed at an 18-month high. The Nifty Bank and the auto stocks were the major outperformers, with both gaining almost 3% in trade. The Nifty Bank is now just 130 points shy of its all-time high. In fact, today I'm joined by Anuj, Singhal and Sonia, Shenoy. Both of them are standing by to analyze the bull run further for us. Anuj, the bulls are refusing to take a breather, and today a stellar session.
Oh yes, it's a bull market. It's a roaring bull market. Just like last year was a big bear market, this year is a big bull market in which the market is making higher highs and higher lows, and that is going to continue. In fact, today was also broad-based. And Sonia, what's interesting is that this market has now moved so close to its lifetime highs, led by the biggest sector, which is the Bank Nifty. Tomorrow morning, the Bank Nifty could have a date with all-time highs, and that really is phenomenal. But we keep talking about our market, but this is really a global market rally, and globally equities have done well. And if you see, most markets are trading above median valuations. The markets are going through what you call the panic buying phase. The panic buying phase can last 1,000 points on the Nifty, you never know, and that's happening right now. For this year, just to give some numbers, the Sensex is up 11%, but hold your horses, because you have Brazil, which is up 35%, Russia is up 30%, Karachi is up 21%, and the MSCI Emerging Market Index itself is up 15%. The mistake we keep on making is looking at the budget day low and saying that we have made so much progress. But the fact is that most global markets have had a rally all through the year. In fact, the Bank Nifty is now up 6% in last 3 days. And what's really interesting is that the market is broadening now. Apart from the banks, autos have become the second big leading sector, and they're also contributing. On that note, Sonia, why don't you take our viewers through the stocks that did well today?
Oh yes, in fact, it is these two spaces that have done well, Anuj, the banking space and the consumption space. So within banks, just wanted to take our viewers through some of the stocks. SBI sitting at a fresh 52-week high. The market cap of SBI has now reached almost 2 lakh crores. So that's the kind of momentum that this stock has seen. Axis Bank is not too far behind. Yes, these stocks have become expensive. Axis Bank is trading at 3 times price to book forward. Nevertheless, most believe that the upside is still intact. ICICI Bank, Yes Bank, a couple of other stocks that really gained momentum today. But leaving the banks aside, the autos are really supplementing the banks in a good way. So Tata Motors has hit a fresh 52-week high. In fact, it's very close to its all-time high now. It's up 50% in just 1 year so far in 2016. The Tata Motors DVR has done very well, and Maruti has been hitting new highs as well. So these two pockets have looked very good. Apart from that, the other consumption stocks like Asian Paints have been hitting new highs, so a fresh high for that stock. You've had names like HUL. ITC has assumed leadership. Of course, ITC didn't do much today, but nevertheless, ITC has been on an uptrend. On the downside, though, a couple of losers, few and far between, really. So TCS, Coal India, Tata Power were under a bit of pressure today. But the mid-cap space was very interesting. You had 3 stocks that were in focus on the downside today. Jubilant FoodWorks on the back of weak earnings and cautious commentary from the management. Mindtree, where there was a Q2 profit warning from the company. And Inox Wind, where there was a big fall in profitability this quarter. But leaving that aside, the space to be in the broader markets really was the auto ancillary space. Apollo Tyres, JK Tyres, Amar Raja and Exide all hitting new highs today. But that's about individual stocks, Anuj. What next for the market? I know everyone's talking about new highs on the index. You think it's just a matter of time before that comes through?
Oh yes, and that's been the call, honestly, for last 3 or 4 months, Sonia, not just for last 2 or 3 days. But in market, you got to have one simple philosophy, which is screen is your religion and ticker is your god. And that's telling you that the market is only seeking higher levels. Money is flowing into equity markets globally. Most global markets are above median valuations. It's a matter of when and not if new highs are hit, and much higher new highs are hit in this market. And the big question for me is the market now starting to price in an earnings recovery in 2017? That's, of course, something we'll find out in 2017. But for now, equity markets will move ahead of that. Equity markets will move ahead both on the downside, just like they did on the budget day, and they'll move ahead on the upside as well. So that's the phase we are in right now. Panic buying, expect more of that in the near future.